There we go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the virtual Super Summit. I'm here with Cleetus McFarland. I'm Elise from Summit Racing. Glad to have you here, Cleetus. It's a great honor to interview you, especially given your YouTube stardom. And
I'm honored to be interviewed. This is exciting.
So speaking of your collaboration with Summit Racing, next weekend it's the Burnout Rivals sponsored by Summit Racing. Can you kind of go into detail what that event's about?
Yeah. So we are doing an event called the Summit Racing Burnout Rivals. It's a pay-per-view event, so there's no live spectators. You get to watch from home in the safety of your home, and you even get a vote from home. So it's super rad. You can go to cleetusmcfarland.com to learn more information about it. But basically what we're doing is we're doing a freestyle drift competition with Von Gittin Jr., Chelsea DeNova. Some of the really big Formula Drift drivers are actually coming to our track, the Freedom Factory. We're doing a big drift competition. We're also doing a big burnout battle, which is just a super fun, crazy, we have a big old burnout box that we set up out there, and we're all going to compete, and the spectators who purchase the pay-per-view get to vote from home on it. So it'll be really cool. And then as a bonus, as part of the deal with Summit Racing, we're building a Summit Racing burnout van. So we bought a Chevrolet Express van with a 6-liter LS in it. And we're putting an exhaust and cam and stuff in it, welding the diff, and we're going to do burnouts with a Summit delivery van. It's going to be epic.
Awesome. That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
So speaking of the Freedom Factory, so you basically live the car enthusiast dream of owning your own racetrack. Can you go into detail about how you came about owning the track and what you've done so far with it? It's been crazy. So
yeah, I mean, it's certainly a dream, and we love the opportunity to share it with everybody. That's why we do the YouTube stuff. And it really just came. The weird thing is the track's been for sale next to my house for like 2.5 years. And I knew about it, but I just never thought it was a really good opportunity because we're drag racers.
Right.
Then I realized it's just the fact that we really need anywhere to do our stuff, because nowadays, you can't just go out on the street and rip a car and then put it online. So I was like, cool, like this would be a great place for us to drift in, and then even build a really epic burnout pad, which we've done in the last couple of months to do our Cleetus and car events and the Summit Racing Burnout Rivals, things like that. And so now we have a place of our own to take it to the next level. We don't have to coordinate with anyone, check anyone else's schedule, or pay anybody else. If we want to have an event, we can just do it now. And that's the best part.
So do you go out there pretty much daily, or is it kind of like a weekend thing, like in between filming stuff? Is it?
I don't know. See, it depends, because like last week it rained all week. So I only went out there a couple of times just to check the drainage. But like this week, we've been there almost every day, just planning for the event, drifting the cars, testing some of the cars, just, here and there. But it depends on the week. But I definitely don't go every day because I have to go to our shop to work on the cars and stuff.
Right. Yep. So speaking of cars, your new C5, Donny, it looks like you have some big plans for that, a little bit outside of the drag racing world. A drift fan of, some caliber over here. I'm kind of excited. What are your plans with that build?
So one of the videos we'll be dropping later this week, we're doing a angle kit, obviously, drift boy status. Got to be able to turn, and then a handbrake. And it's already got a built motor, so we're going to tune it, maybe put some nitrous on it, and just let it rip. If it survives Burnout Rivals, because I have to do a freestyle drift that competes with Von Gittin Jr. And it's more than likely I'm going to have to jump the car to really impress the people. I'm going to have to send it as hard as I can. So.
Right. I'm just excited about the name. I think that's super awesome. And I watched your video about the New Balance sponsorship. So I immediately had this vision of the giant N. And I'm just like, oh my God.
I know. Someone made a logo called the Donny logo, and it's got the New Balance N.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
Amazing.
Gotta live up to the C5 stereotype.
So is it I know that you have this is your first full built drift purpose car, correct? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Are you?
Yeah, I've always had a stock Crown Vic with a bunch of power, which is fun. Like, I live for driving Crown Vics. Honestly, Crown Vics are the best cars ever made. I'll hold by that till the day I die. And they're just all around great cars. So I don't know if Donnie's going to be as good, but
ooh, yeah, my boyfriend has one, so I understand. I bought him an LSD for our anniversary, so I know all about it.
yeah.
So yeah, so being a girl, obviously you kind of get the feeling that I'm super into cars, obviously working at Summit Racing. You did post like a kind of personal video about your girlfriend and kind of looking at ways to get women more involved in these like naturally male dominated arenas. So have you had any suggestions from people? Like, I'm sure there's probably reaching out about that.
It's definitely a complicated thing, right? Because there's a couple factors that go into it. Women being in racing, I feel as though they have to have some pretty tough skin, because being that it's a male dominated sport, like you said, they're under more criticism than ever when they try and enter this and compete with men, and depending on the crowds, anything can be said, especially with the internet. So that's the thing, is like, if I were to have a suggestion for, or anything I could just even say about the subject, it's just that, they got to just be prepared for some of these guys out here are ruthless. But it's awesome because there's so many women who are now, like Leah Pritchett, they're killing it in this sport. And I don't know, Alex Taylor is a good friend of mine. Okay. I'll be racing next week at Rocky Mountain Race Week with her. Like,
okay.
It seems like she never skips a beat. So I think, as long as everyone can skip the drama associated with haters and things like that, and have that thick skin.
Yeah. It's just like any sport. You just kind of got to
I think I think it's been really cool to see some of the women in our sport definitely making a rise. And I am excited to one day bring my girlfriend onto the YouTube channel and have her drive some stuff. But
I'm looking forward to that.
Still working on that plan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, get it, girl.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, and then she'll have to come up with a special name, and then she'll get a C5. And
yeah, I don't know. We'll have to get her something,
right? So talk a little bit about some of your other events that you've had at the Freedom Factory. So there was the Freedom 500. What was that like, having your first real big event? Obviously, you're having success with the pay-per-view, given like the current world status. But how stressful was that? Was it?
It was the most stressful. Like, I'll tell anyone that asks about it, it was the most stressful week of my career, because we had, all the pandemic, and like that was peak week of, like everyone shutting everything down.
Right.
And so I got all these people calling me, blowing me up, telling me all this crazy stuff about how I can't do the event. And then the governor released a thing that we were supposed to shut down our county the day before my events. I had to move it up a day. So, I mean, the stress level was here. And then the day of, we had like 12 people hired to do the broadcast. 3 people came.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, it was a struggle. But once I got in the car and, we got the green flag, it all kind of melted away. And it went from the most stressful day of my life to probably the most rewarding day, just as far as emotion and, winning the race. It was epic.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like when I go to a race, if you go to a race and win easily, it's just not, you're like, like sweet.
Right.
Even if it's for $10, like the prize and money doesn't matter. But when you like fight for something and then like it pays off, it's like so much sweeter. So.
Especially when you beat James.
Yeah, beating James in group was enough for me. So.
Yeah, every time you put him up to something, he's like, "Oh, well, he just went, 9 seconds in that car. Okay." Like,
yeah, it's always a competition.
So, speaking of, how is Cooper and James doing? Are they just as
They're good.
You and just ready to go for this, Rocky Mountain this week and this upcoming event?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was just at the shop today, and I shot home to do this on our shop Wi-Fi's little sketch. Yeah, I'm doing some editing, but I was up there with the boys today, and James was putting together a transmission for one of the backup trannies for the cars, and
Sweet.
we got this cute little trailer I can show you for our Rocky Mountain Race Week trailer. So he is just working on that. Let me pull it
up. You're taking Leroy to Rocky Mountain Race Week, right?
Yeah, we're taking Leroy.
Oh, snap.
Sneak peek. We're taking Leroy, Ruby, and then a third car that Cooper's driving that we haven't announced yet.
Oh, well, that's exciting. I'm excited for that. So when you go and you drag race up in the mountains, there is obviously like you have to accommodate for altitude too. So is that difficult have you guys kind of figured that out in your travel?
I mean, luckily they're turbo cars, so I don't know. It's just like they don't care.
Air density.
I don't know. Yeah, we had no issues, and like our cars run on ethanol when we race them, but they've got Holley computers on them.
Okay.
And we would just literally go up to the pump and just like put 93 in them, and the computer auto corrects the fuel map, so it's just like.
Oh. All right.
Everything seemed to work out last year, so we're going in with the same plan.
All right. Well, that sounds awesome. So just wanted to give everyone that's tuning in, if you could give them some more details on where to sign up to view the Burnout Rivals, since we've hyped it up so much, and it's coming soon. So that is the 20th of June. So please take it away where we can find that information.
Yeah. Go over to CleetusMcFarland.com. You'll see the Summit Racing Equipment Burnout Rivals right on the home page, and you can click to purchase it there or just see more information about it. If you buy it before the day of the event, it's $9.95. If you buy it the day of, it's $14.95. And that's it. Then just wait till Saturday, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I don't have any other questions. I'm super happy to get to talk to you, especially before these two big events.
Yeah, awesome.
And thanks for taking the time out of your day and
for sure
going home in between all this.
That's all good. Right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All righty. Well, have a good one.
You too.
Good to talk to you.
You too.